So Valve just announced the biggest match-fixing bans in the history of Dota. Former TI winner Faith and his TI winning org Newbie were both permanently banned after being found guilty of match-fixing. But the thing that makes this unique is actually how long Valve took to put these bans into place after the initial allegations. It's a big disaster, but it could also be a big moment for Dota. Hey guys, we at theScore esports are on the march to 2 million subscribers. We've loved to see the support for the channel so far, but we're hoping to make that 2 million number come true soon. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let us know what you want to see from our content in the future in the comments below. So this news is huge. A roster with a former TI winner and an org that's known primarily for Dota have just been permanently banned from Valve events. But the news wasn't entirely a surprise because back in May, it was revealed that Chinese esports organization Newbee and their Dota 2 roster had been permanently banned from Imba TV events because of match-fixing allegations. The allegations surfaced after Newbie played a match against a different team, Avengers, in an upper bracket match at Starladder Imba TV Minor Season 3. And side note, what the hell kind of name is Avengers? That's really f***ing weird. There was some pretty suspicious play, including Newbie completely dropping game 1 and then making miraculous comebacks in game 2 and 3. You know, the sort of thing that would make for some pretty awesome gambling odds if you knew exactly what was gonna happen next.
Radiant's Ancient is
I present to you the win probability graph with no comment. Imagine whatever you want.
The series was clearly suspicious even at the time, and Newbie was banned from Imba TV, Mars Media, and CDA events back in May 2020. The info was supposedly given to Valve at that point, but it's taken nearly 8 months for them to do anything about it. All of Newbie's roster and the organization itself were banned from Valve events on January 3rd. Then the next day, the Avengers roster that they had played against was also permanently banned from Valve events. So why the hell did Valve wait 8 months to do anything? How does that make sense even in the context of Valve time? Like, yeah, maybe you want to argue that Valve was doing their own investigation and that takes time. That's fine. They should absolutely be diligent about making sure their investigation is complete. But 8 months when even the caster was questioning these games as suspicious at the time they were played? Valve has notoriously taken a very hands-off approach to their esports titles, but Dota has been here before. In fact, Dota was the reason that Valve had to say, hey, if you match fix, we're gonna f***ing can you. That's because in 2013, Dota 2 player Alexei Solo Berezin was caught throwing a game and betting on it for the amount of $322, leading to the famous 322 meme, but also a short-term ban. And listen, I love the meme. I made an entire video about the meme back when they let me just make videos about memes. You might remember it. Those were great times. What are you doing with your hands? Anyways, after that solo match fixing incident, Valve apparently told all the teams at TI4 that if your players match fix, it's just gonna be a lifetime ban from here on out. Solo got a slap on the wrist and was of course immortalized as a meme for match fixing, but from that point onward, if any player match fixed, the penalty was an immediate lifetime ban from Valve events. And we saw those rules enforced with, of course, the iBuyPower situation in CSGO, arguably the most famous time that happened. But the Esports Integrity Commission recently issued bans to 7 Australian CSGO players who were playing in the Mountain Dew League, and that happened in October 2020. That investigation is also still ongoing. Okay, so back to Dota. If you don't follow Dota, the organization that won TI4 was Newbie. Yeah, so they knew about the rules about as early as anyone could, and it's not like these rules were really a secret. Now, a ban from Valve events is basically a death sentence for your career in Dota because the International, a Valve event, is what the fans of the game really spend their time dreaming about. The action defies logic and the prize pools are massive. Without TI, Dota 2 would be a lot different. And if you can't play at TI, well, good luck finding a team that wants to skip out on millions in prize money to play with you, a hypothetical match fixer. The newbie roster that Valve just banned hadn't really been playing together since May, but now their careers are basically over. That includes Faith, who not only won the International 2, but he came top 8 at TI4 and placed second at TI7. If a roster playing for one of the region's most storied orgs, and that includes a TI winner, was Matchfixing, it kind of makes you wonder how many more of these orgs are doing the exact same thing and just making it way less obvious than these guys did. Seriously, this shit was blatant.
They see the Invoker. The smoke is coming. Deska, what are you doing farming? Not enough respect. Maybe thought that Newbie were just gonna go Roche or something like that, but...
And listen, for obvious reasons, 2020 wasn't kind to Dota. We're talking about a game that's truly international, with multiple strong regions that could win it all. But whether you typically prefer the laissez-faire Valve approach or Riot's tight control of their scene, you can't deny that Riot was the company that gave us the best esports championship of 2020, while Valve just canceled the International. I don't have a lot of sympathy for match fixers, and we know that they got the punishment that was expected by basically everyone. But why the hell did this take so long? And while the delay seems to have had a minimal impact on the competition that's happened since May, it might not always be that way. And does Valve even care about that? What if months and months of competitive results had been retroactively affected by this? Trying to figure out how or why Valve does anything is kind of like trying to figure out why your dad never came back from his trip to the gas station to get cigarettes 15 years ago. You won't be satisfied with the answer, and it'll probably destroy your faith in humanity. I think it's good that this was handled before the start of the Dota Pro circuit, which is set to start a couple weeks from now. But isn't that the lowest possible bar for Valve to clear? And shouldn't Dota fans, for whom 2020 was admittedly a disappointment, expect more from Valve if they want to see Dota back where it rightfully belongs? Sometimes I like say shit and I'm like, wow, I fucking sound like Devin. It's a weird experience because I'm used to it being like, oh, I sound like my dad right now. For clarity, in case anyone's wondering, Devin is not my dad. Even though he has like the actual dad beard and I'm like clean shaven all the time, Devin's not my dad. Devin's more like, he'd be like my lumberjack friend, I think. Like I'd be like, yo, my lumberjack friend Devin made some moonshine, so we're gonna go chill in his weird cabin. Like honestly, you know what we should do, dude? We should make moonshine and call it like Whoa Bud.
Whoa Bud, I fucking love it.
We're literally telling them how to react to it. You know, like it's like next level marketing. It's like, but if we had like a soft drink, I'm just gonna say soft drink so that nobody can attack me. And it was called like, fuck yes. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe you even open the can and it kind of like sounds like it says that. You know what I'm saying? That it's just a drink experience, but it's all subliminal. Well, actually, it's not really subliminal to call your drink fuck yes.
No, it's pretty explicit. I would drink some fuck yes though. You know, like.